On 14th August 2005, a strange and terrifying incident unfolded in the skies above Athens, Greece. A passenger aircraft was flying at 34,000 feet, yet it was not responding to any messages from air traffic control. Fear spread quickly. Was this a hijacking or a terrorist attack? To investigate, the Greek Air Force dispatched fighter jets. When the F-16 pilots approached the aircraft, they were shocked by what they saw. Silence inside the cabin, passengers sitting motionless in their seats, and no one visible in the cockpit. Then, one of the pilots noticed a man in the cockpit who did not appear to be a pilot. He seemed to be searching for something. Moments later, the aircraft tilted, began descending rapidly, and eventually crashed into the mountains north of Athens. All 121 passengers and crew on board were killed. This was Helios Airways Flight 522, later remembered as the Ghost Plane. On that morning, 115 passengers and 6 crew boarded Flight 522 in Larnaca, Cyprus, bound for Prague with a scheduled stop in Athens. Most passengers were holidaymakers. The captain, aged 59, was highly experienced with over 17,000 flight hours, while the 51-year-old first officer had logged 7,500 hours. Despite their experience, there had been interpersonal tensions between them, and the first officer had a history of struggling with checklist procedures, something that would prove crucial. The Boeing 737-300, only 7 years old, took off normally. Shortly after takeoff, however, at 12,000 feet, an alarm sounded in the cockpit. The crew misinterpreted this as a takeoff, configuration warning, an alert they were accustomed to hearing on the ground, not in midair. The captain contacted the airline's operations center to inquire about technical issues, mentioning cooling fan lights and circuit breakers. An engineer on the ground became suspicious and asked whether the aircraft's pressurization mode was set to auto or manual. The captain never gave a clear response. By this time, oxygen masks had deployed in the passenger cabin. Soon after, all radio contact with the aircraft was lost. Flight 522 continued on autopilot, entering Greek airspace without clearance and circling in a holding pattern over Athens. Despite repeated attempts, air traffic controllers could not establish communication. When the F-16s intercepted the aircraft, the fighter pilots observed a chilling scene. Passengers seated with oxygen masks on, motionless, and the captain's seat empty. Eventually, they saw a man in a light blue shirt and vest enter the cockpit, don headphones, and attempt to control the plane. This was later identified as flight attendant Andreas Prodromou. He held a commercial pilot's license but was not trained to operate the Boeing 737. He tried to radio a mayday call but failed to press the transmit button. Shortly after, both engines flamed out from fuel exhaustion. The aircraft descended uncontrollably and crashed into a mountain northwest of Athens, killing everyone on board.